Welcome to MES College Marambally e-learning.
Good morning to all. I am Sharina VB, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications. Today I am going to deal with the topic Digital Image Enhancement, which is in the third semester of MSc Computer Science of MG University. Now we can go to the topic. Before going into the topic, we can discuss about digital image. A digital image consists of a large collection of individual pixels that are organized in a matrix consisting of rows and columns. At the intersection of each row and column is a pixel. Each pixel has a value called intensity. We can write pixel as picture plus element. Now, image enhancement. What is image enhancement? Image enhancement is the process of adjusting digital images so that results are more suitable for display or further image analysis. That is, the result is more suitable than the original image for specific application. Digital image enhancement techniques provide a multitude of choices for improving the visual quality of images. Examples of image enhancement are removal of noise, sharpening the image, brightening the image, making it easier to identify key features. You can see in the figure a noise figure in the left hand side and a brightened image in the right hand side. There are two categories of image enhancement. They are qualitative enhancement and quantitative enhancement. Qualitative enhancement deals with modifying images to make it more visually appealing to human. For example, applying filters on Instagram to make the images look better is an example of qualitative enhancement. Second one is quantitative enhancement. It deals with the modification of information that an image carries. For example, in the figure, the edges of the coins can be detected using quantitative enhancement. There are image enhancements carried out in two separate domains. They are spatial domain and frequency domain. In spatial domain techniques, we directly deal with the image pixels. Pixel values are manipulated to achieve the desired enhancement. In frequency domain methods, the image is first transferred into frequency domain, doing the processing there and obtaining the inverse transform back to the spatial domain. The principal categories of spatial processing includes point processing and mask processing operations. Point processing operates on single pixels of the image for the purpose of contrast manipulation and image thresholding. And mask processing performs operations such as image sharpening by working in a neighborhood of every pixel in an image. Mask processing techniques are efficient computationally and require less processing resources to implement. Now we can go on to the background of spatial domain enhancement. The mathematical representation of spatial domain enhancement is g of xy is equal to t into f of xy, where f of xy is the input image, g of xy is the processed image, and t is an operator on f defined over some neighborhood of xy. The operator can be applied to a single image or set of images. The principal approach in defining a neighborhood about a point xy is to use a square or rectangular subimage area centered at xy. The square matrix, usually a 3x3 matrix, is called filter mask. The center of the subimage is moved from pixel to pixel starting from the top left corner of the screen. The operator t is applied at each location xy to yield the output g at that location. And the simplest form of t is when the neighborhood is of size 1 by 1, that is a single pixel. In this case, g depends only on the value of f at xy and t becomes a gray level transformation function of the form s is equal to t of r. Here r and s denotes the intensity of g and f at any point xy. Now we can go on to intensity transformation functions used for image enhancement. We can discuss 6 different functions here. First one is contrast stretching, second thresholding, third one linear, fourth one logarithmic, fifth one power law, and sixth one bit plane slicing. First one, contrast stretching. It expands intensity levels in an image. The effect of this transformation would be to produce an image of higher contrast than the original by darkening the levels below a range M and brightening the levels above M in the original image. Now we can see an example figure. In the example figure, the figure A form of transformation function, B is a low contrast image, C is the result of contrast stretching, and D is the result of thresholding. Now moving on to second intensity transformation function, thresholding. In this technique, the values of R below M are replaced by the value 0 and those above M are replaced by the value 1. Extreme contrast stretching yields thresholding. Thresholded image has maximum contrast as it has only black and white gray values. That is, in the above case, if R1 is equal to R2, S1 is equal to 0 and S2 is equal to L minus 1, we get a thresholding function. In the figure, you can see the examples of contrast stretching and thresholding. Third one is image negatives. The negative of an image with gray levels in the range 0 to L minus 1 is obtained by using negative transformation. It can be given by the expression S is equal to L minus 1 minus R, where R is the original intensity. And I have given an example here. If R is equal to 200, S is equal to 55. This is an example of finding the image negative. Let the range of gray level be 0 L minus 1, then S is equal to L minus 1 minus R. In the left hand side, we can see an X-ray image and its negative, and in the right hand side, you can see an Einstein image and its negative. Fourth one is log transformation. The general form of log transformation is S is equal to C log 1 plus R, where C is a constant and R is greater than or equal to 0. This transformation maps a narrow range of low gray level values in the input image into a wider range of output levels. The opposite is true for higher values of input levels. We would use a transformation of this type to expand the values of dark pixels in an image while compressing the higher level values. And the opposite is true of the inverse log transformation. This is an example of log transformation. It's given in the figure, a Fourier spectrum with values in the range 0 to 1.5 into 10 raised to 6. Fifth one is power law transformation. Power law transformation has the basic form S is equal to C into R raised to gamma, or S is equal to C into R plus epsilon raised to gamma, where C and gamma are positive constant. And you can see the power law curve in the figure, where gamma varies from 0.04 to 25. Power law curves with fractional values of R map a narrow range of dark input values into a wider range of output values, with the opposite being true for higher values of input values. The curves generated with values of gamma greater than 1 have exactly the opposite effect as those generated with values of gamma less than 1. A variety of devices used for image capture, printing and display respond according to a power law. The process used to correct this power law response phenomena is called gamma correction. You can see the example in the figure. In the left hand side, you can see an image with washed out experience indicating that a compression of gray levels is desirable. The result of processing the figure is given in B, C and D, where the latter having a more appealing appearance because it has a higher contrast. The result obtained with gamma is equal to 5 has areas that are too dark. And the last technique is bit plane slicing. It can highlight the contribution made to total image appearance by specific bits. Each pixel in an image is represented by 8 bits. Image is composed of 8 1-bit planes ranging from bit plane 0 for the least significant bit to bit plane 7 for the most significant bit. And an example of bit plane slicing is given in the figure. That's all with my topic. Thank you.